Welcome to Nobody Knows with Joey Johnson, powered in part by Deep Wax Productions and Classic of Denton.
People, we are here. Episode, whatever obligatory number we throw out. We're close to 50.
This is 1,000, buddy.
I wish. We're close, though. For those that just heard a voice that was not Richie, Richie's out in Austin. We do have guest host and a reoccurring person here on the show, Salfia Naka.
It's me.
What's up, dude?
A lot of you thought I was gone, and this is where I was.
You literally were here, I think, like maybe a month ago.
It was almost a month ago.
Not even enough time for anyone to miss.
A lot of you thought I wouldn't be back. Some of you wrote letters. Some of you asked.
And we're people of the people, you know. So here we are. We brought in Mr. Salfia Naka. I'm going to go to that Denton Radio page on Facebook. For those that don't know, by the way, you can watch on DentonRadio.com. You can, like, actually visually see us as this is happening. I am going to share that link. If you're friends with me on Facebook, that's how it's going to work. We are live. All right. Hey, sponsors, people. We have some sponsors because we are super, super official here. Deep Wax Production is our main and really only sponsor of the singular show. Deep Wax is ran by Mr. Mark Zimmerman, a local out here who, through Deep Wax, throws promotions, productions, all kinds of showcases that promote local arts. He's done benefit shows for the fires and such. He's always throwing things. Literally, Deep Wax always has things going on. I just grabbed Sal's phone because it looks just like mine. Some plugs here for Deep Wax coming up on the 16th, which that's 3 days from now, which would make that a Saturday. We have the Anatomica Botanica Art Show. Oh, that's an Anatomica Botanica Art Show. And as I looked that up on Facebook.
A lot of onomatopoeia going on, huh?
And let me get you a lot of it. That's a mouthful, but I bet it's an awesome event. I'm pulling it up on Facebook right now. It's an art exhibition of artworks by Morgan Heineken and Scott Milford, an exploration of life through the esoteric. First big art event of many, Denton's favorite little bar, featuring live music from the Bearded Monk's own Sanford Black, YSA, the Grumbling Grandsons, and Fort Worth's Burnett. The diverse work will come from some of the best artists in the DFW, from Scott Levings, Wales Wardy, Ruby Marie Moss, Haley, Justice, Sanford Black, and more. Please come out there again. That's the 16th at the Bearded Monk. It starts at 6 p.m. It's going till 1 a.m., so check out some art, people. I mean, as a comic who, you know, we get paid in occasionally drink tickets and very, very small incomes of money, I can't imagine actually being an artist and, like, showcasing your art at, like, galleries or because you have to pay money to do that.
Remember when Tony and Magnan got paid in breakfast cereal?
When who?
Tony Casillas and Daniel Magnan did a show and got paid in breakfast
cereal.
Did
they really?
Like,
where was this?
It was pretty big bags, but I don't want to start talking about cereal.
Wait, so it was like surplus. Every time you're on, we talk about cereal.
Yeah, there's
so
a
it was like
picture
a large bulk bag of cereal that they got?
There's a picture of it on Facebook, yeah.
Was it like a corporate or private event they did?
It was for a college.
Imagine being Imagine being an artist, you know, like sometimes you have to pay for your spot at these art shows, and then you go and you're hanging up your art or whatever. And I mean, paint's expensive. You have equipments and all these,
like, Mr. Picasso.
Right, and not equipments. All the things that it takes to paint a picture cost a lot of money. It takes a lot of time. So then you're hanging it up, and you hope people come out and bring money to spend on it. I can't imagine someone who tries to live off stand-up. I can't imagine what it's like living off of
cereal.
I bet you could. I absolutely.
Sure.
What cereal?
We're not doing this. We're not doing this again.
Anatomica Botanica Art Show. Please, people, go support them. Like I said, I can't imagine how hard it is to sell art. I'm friends with Eric Mancini. He talks about it all the time. It's a very in any artistic avenue. It's really hard to make a career in and to live off of. So someone that is actually creating and painting with their hands and then they showcase it at a separate time, that's difficult. So go support those people.
Is Eric Mancini related to Jessica Mancini?
Who's Jessica Mancini?
Anyone that's seen Entourage knows what I'm referencing. Okay.
I have not seen Entourage, and everyone tells me it's too late. They're like, oh, it's not worth it. Okay, and also 23rd, the beer fight, round 2 of the beer fight. That's where they get a lot of prominent locals in the area over at the Bearded Monk, and they fill up a glass of beer. Well, actually, a red Solo cup of beer. You get a pillow in the other hand. You have a pillow fight. Whoever spills their beer loses. It's absolutely hilarious. I was supposed to be on this one, but I had a show come up on the 23rd. But go check that out. That's really awesome. The beer fight, round 2 at the Bearded Monk, and Atomica Botanica art show the weekend before. Also, there's a car place. You should buy a car. All right. Deep Wax. Check them out. Check out the car place.
Mark's selling cars too?
No, we have another sponsor, but they don't pay us, so I just always throw them a passive-aggressive jab until they until they hand me over a Ferrari. All right, so yeah, that's the thing. This is episode whatever it is. We do have Sal in place of Richie today. Michael Reed is on his way, local comic, good friend. He's stuck in traffic right now, so we're going to play that beat, and then we're going to start this episode like nothing ever happened. See you soon, people. Coffee.
Are we on right now?
While the beat's playing.
So we're just over a beat?
We were just kind of like supposed to sit during this part, but now we're talking during the beat.
I don't care.
Well, I know you don't care. You don't have to
I'll
be back.
freestyle over a beat.
You didn't work.
Yo.
You didn't slave away over this show structure.
Yo.
Yo.
If you say yo enough times, people really think you're about to get into something.
I thought you were about to.
Yeah, I know. It works.
Can you rap?
No, but I can say yo like really convincingly.
Yo,
listen.
You got that really New York City, that East Coast, that action Bronson. Yo,
$2. What you need?
Dude, you would be a great rapper. I would support the crap out of that.
Little Raspy is what they call me. Yo.
What would your real rap name be?
Little Raspy.
Little Raspy would be your rap name?
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible.
It's not.
You're not. It's not very
okay.
rap. First off,
Little Wayne is amazing.
Why the precedence to set a Lil in front of the name? First off,
well,
is
now
not
it's
exactly.
Standard.
It's standard, but isn't it kind of like the way like with how alpha and like misogynistic like rap music at times can be? I think the little in front of the name kind of counterbalances that effect, right? Like, I mean, listen,
it's like when they say Sade.
I'm more scared of Wayne. I'm more scared of a man named Wayne than I am Lil Wayne.
What if it's ironic though? He's huge.
Here
comes Lil Wayne.
That's that's what Biggie Smalls did, right? It was Biggie Smalls.
No, Biggie's huge.
I know, he's a big guy.
Oh, his last name's Smalls.
Biggie Smalls.
That was his last name.
That wasn't his actual last name. His real name was like Christopher Wallace or something.
Christopher Wallace Smalls.
I'm about to look this
Don't
up.
look at listen. Don't
I'm looking
stop,
this up.
I lied. Life was so much better when you could just be like, lie to people.
You could lie to people and they couldn't fact check you.
No, it's true. My cousin works for Nintendo. He told me.
You were
Oh my gosh.
It was really convincing. I kind of believed you there for a second.
I lied to a lot of people growing up.
Yeah,
the cell phone ruined it.
Yeah, all of it.
I'm going to look that
Absolutely.
up, dude. He does not
You can fact check everything right
Mm-hmm.
now. Like, literally, there's nothing that can be said. Even, like, I feel like that's why comedians stress so hard about don't be on your cell phone at a show. It's not that it's rude. We just don't want to be caught lying.
Right.
Like so many people joke about so many people talk about that don't do comedy. They're like, the best jokes have all this hidden truth. And while that's true, there is hidden truth within humor. Like, I lie all the time on stage,
Oh,
I didn't go to a Subway shop. I didn't go to Subway yesterday. The other day. Every time with a comedian, it's the other day. A comedian never lives in the present. They're just always living in the other day. That's so great. I was talking to someone about this, speaking of the Biggie Smalls thing. What's a better name, Biggie Smalls or Biggie Littles?
Who was there? Biggie Littles?
No, not at all. But wouldn't Biggie Littles have been a better name?
I don't know. I don't think so at all.
You don't think so at all?
Biggie Littles?
You like Biggie Smalls better than Biggie Littles?
100,000%.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Biggie Littles just sounds like a cooler, more East Coast rapper name. That's what I would have gone with. I don't know, Sal. What do you want to talk about? You're giving me these stares. What do you want to talk about?
No,
I normally have Richie to interrupt me about gold coins or breakfast cereal right
sorry,
here.
I can't pull a rabbit out of my hat. So.
Richie's in Austin, for those of you that don't know. Beautiful, beautiful Austin. You ever done any shows out there? Austin area?
We did the hostel.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they put us up at that?
That was fun, dude.
That was a lot of fun.
I'm supposed to go back out there the 6th to do some shows, but I just figured out that it's kind of more of like I'm getting paid in drink tickets kind of a thing. So I'm trying to book something else a little. Yeah. That's so funny. The sin bag. That's when we did travel to the hostel.
I had a brown paper bag full of mini shots and I think a pack of cigarettes, and we just called it the sin bag.
Yeah, and literally
Only funny to us.
I don't think the Sinbad, it never bombs. That's what. Did you know Sinbad says he's never bombed a set in his life? That's still that's a thing Sinbad
bet
holds
that's
strong
true.
to. Do you really think that's true?
I bet that's
never
true.
bombed once in his life. Not once. What does that say though? I mean, do you think there's like? Have you ever seen Sinbad do stand-up?
Sorry, I just realized how much.
Yeah, what are you?
I just realized how much he looks like Dak Prescott, and it took me a minute.
Sinbad does?
Yeah.
Kind of does.
Let's make a movie.
What would the movie be?
Just like Dak Prescott goes into the future.
Dak Prescott as a genie. Did you know that
movie didn't exist?
That did exist. They found a
No,
clip of it.
no,
They found
no,
a clip
no.
of it.
No.
Yes, they did. There's actually, Jake, do you know what we're talking about?
We're talking about the Bernstein Bears versus
Well, no, that's okay.
things that didn't happen.
Let Jake answer. Do you know what we're talking about? The Kazam movie that apparently Sinbad was in.
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw it.
No,
Yeah,
you saw
he's like a
Shazam.
genie.
No,
and-
You
okay.
saw the one with Shaquille O'Neal, bro.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no,
you're
no,
right.
no, no,
You're-
no, no.
You're right.
See,
You're
there's
right. You're
both.
right.
I'm not even
There's
getting
both.
into this.
There's
I signed
both.
a contract that said we wouldn't discuss anything controversial.
Hey, there's both. Jake, will you actually Google the clip with Sinbad in Kazam? Because they
Please.
have found it.
Please.
They have found it.
I'm in it.
No, what is that called? That's a thing. There is a certain. Oh my God, there's a certain say. What is it called? It's not a selective memory. It's
the
something where
Mandela effect.
the Mandela effect. That's what it is.
It's when you
And
think something happened that didn't
didn't happen.
happen.
Kind of like what you were saying with the spelling of the word Berenstein and Berenstein Bears, which I'm not even sure
No,
about that.
there's a ripple in time because it used to be Berenstein.
So wait, what is
they
it
were-
now?
they were German.
What is it now?
Now it's Berenstain because everything's correct.
Everything's
now.
they
They took
away
made
the
him
German.
Berenstain.
Wait, so you're saying they were German?
They used to be a bunch of Germans. They
And
used to
now
be-
they're
they
like-
would eat
and
sour.
now what?
Every
They're-
book they'd eat sauerkraut,
Sauerkraut.
and they'd have the wooden shoes.
Downing Reubens and
Yeah.
German potato salad.
Yeah, and now they're just normal bears. They just eat honey and stuff.
Wait, so what are they now? They were Berenstein, now they're Berenstein?
Berenstain.
Are they Jewish bears now? Are they just they're just kosher
It's
bears?
time. It's time for a Jewish bear family.
All right, progressive. All right, wait, I see Jake looking at things. There is
Because
a
it don't
clip,
exist,
right?
buddy. That's heavily edited.
There's a clip, dude. There is literally a
There's
clip.
a clip of how they made it in
Kazam.
Photoshop.
Sinbad clip.
Can Michael hear us?
Oh no, can Michael hear us? Can you hear us out there?
I
Good,
don't. I
good.
don't care for Michael. I'm kidding.
We'll be getting you in here in like 5 or 10, Michael. Let me see if I can. Do you know about that? Actually, hey, let's just. Oh wait, here it is. Okay, yeah. Can we put that on the screen, Jake? Are we able to? Are we allowed to? I mean, it's not
Yeah,
like
I
it's not
think
like
so.
Sinbad's gonna sue us.
I just kind of wanted to
Don't,
watch it
'cause
first.
if we
to
put it
see-
on, we'll get
Yeah,
pulled,
yeah,
we'll get
yeah.
pulled
Watch it.
from.
Watch it
I'll
real
keep
quick
working
for
on this.
content.
Y'all.
Okay, for
vamp.
those that
We'll
don't
get
know,
pulled from the Joe Rogan Experience.
for those that don't know, essentially, like how Sal said, the Mandela effect is the
Everybody
the
thought-
phenomenon where you think something happened and it didn't. So there is a movie. For a fact, there is a movie
because
where
everybody
Shaq.
thought Nelson Mandela died in prison,
Right.
and then they were like, he was on the news, and people were like, what the heck?
Is that really why it is?
Everyone thought he died.
I'll have
Like
to look that
everyone
up,
thought
too.
he died.
Well, here's the thing that people don't know, and let's look into that too, because that's actually really interesting. What was he in prison for at the time?
Jaywalking.
I don't. 'Cause
Anything they
to
can
be
get
honest,
him.
I'm not going to pretend to be like very learned on Nelson Mandela.
They were building
I'm
up
not
a
gonna-
RICO case like a gangster.
Nelson Mandela effect. I want to look into that later.
Is
But
this
anyway, for
real?
those that don't know, that is very real. Here's the thing, though. For those that don't know, Shazam was a movie with Shaquille O'Neal where Shaquille O'Neal played a. Wait, just wait. They're going to get to that later. You're doing your job right now. Is there's people listening? That's how.
He's
Draw
playing a
back.
movie
Yeah,
over there.
and we're gonna play that later for the people.
All right, you
gotta
know
be
what? I don't like to
present.
miss the trailers. Come on.
So here's the thing, though: is Shazam was absolutely a movie. Shaquille O'Neal was in a movie where he was a genie, wearing the genie head garment and all that. There was another movie that people had claimed to have said they've seen, and that was Kazam, and that was essentially the same thing except Sinbad as a genie. Now, Sinbad, the same man who claims he's never bombed before, claims he was never in this movie. He will still, to this day, tell you he has never, ever, ever been in the movie Kazam. He swears that they were passing around this Photoshop VHS tape and all this. Well, recently, like within a couple of months, someone found a clip. And I mean, Jake's watching it. Jake it looks pretty legit, right?
Man, this looks real, not real.
Real, not real?
Because like he looks his current age in
It's
this.
the 90s.
Yes.
That's what's messing with me. I think this is a spoof deal.
Jake,
Well, wait, when was this supposed to...
Professor.
Okay, wait, when was... All right, well, first off, let's not act... When was this supposed to have come out?
I don't know, man, but
Let's
I mean,
see.
it's filmed in 4x3. We're looking real
Jake,
80s
you went to
here.
college, right?
Yes.
There you go. Well, neither of us
Is that
did.
it? Is that how that works?
Neither of us did, and Jake's got this.
Oh, no, wait. Kazam was Shaq. Shazam.
All right, here I'm gonna throw. We'll go without audio. We'll just throw the video up, and we'll let everybody else decide.
But you know what? Like, now that you say this too, someone else I'd watched with that was a film person brought up something. I'm trying to find Genie.
Yeah, look, it looks like poo.
All right, so
It's
it's
the
on
90s.
screen.
It's not going to look good.
No, but that's the thing is when you look at his face, he looks like HD quality.
Can we even play him with sound?
Right, Jake?
Or?
So so it's
Well-
playing. They can see it,
Here it comes.
but yeah. See,
after 10,000 years, I'm free.
I don't know, man. All right, so I think we let the comments decide, and we got a few people watching. If you guys think this is real,
I don't know,
comment.
man.
If you think it's fake, comment. We'll see what happens.
It's interesting because, see, like, so many people are saying it's a reality with that film, but you're right. He does look old. He doesn't look, but like, all right, when was it supposed to have come out? That's what I want to know. It's a
Looks like it could
1990s
be-
movie.
That could be an SNL skit or something.
I mean, but like, here's the thing: is like, here's another thing too. If he's really like, he is very, very defensive about this movie. Like, he doesn't want anyone thinking he did it. Why would he do this to himself?
And he said Shazam.
I get being satirical. I get the whole parody aspect, but he is like very defensive about this. Like, it makes him mad.
Man, and all those celebrities are actually married too. Like I think he's trying to get something to get people talking, and he's saying, okay, we're going to put out all these clips and all these pictures and all this stuff.
But then, like,
and then
what
I'm
is?
going to deny.
Then what are the
Ooh,
kids?
Jake, that's a good idea.
I don't know, man.
See, but then you have too many people.
I used to do that in high school.
See, all right, right now they're saying that
you start
here's a
denying
video.
rumor.
Jake, see if you can find this, and then watch it while we talk to see if that the YouTuber, he apparently admits it's real, but again, it's a guy talking at the front, so it could just be chopped clips. Let's
Jake's
see.
not gonna. How long is that video, Jake?
It's literally like 2 minutes.
How long?
Hey, Sal, do your job.
It looks
All
like 2
right,
minutes.
you're here
He's
to
not
talk.
gonna watch
You're
a
here to talk.
7-minute
You're not
long
here.
video.
It's you just got to.
You ever hand someone here watch this and it's like 39 minutes? Good, you have a seat.
You literally just did that with me with a Spider-Man movie of
Well,
over
that's
2
a
hours.
movie.
Like, don't sit there and
I
hey,
mean,
watch this.
We ate lunch while we watched it. It was really nice.
It was really nice.
Tell everyone about the lunch
It
I
was
made
a
you.
wonderful date. You made me Brussels sprouts and tilapia.
I did. Today for lunch we had baked Brussels sprouts.
And it was
I
delicious.
forgot the Parmesan cheese.
All right, well, it's 5. You forgot the Parmesan cheese
I was gonna
on the sprouts?
I was gonna sprinkle a little cheese on the
Sprinkle,
sprouts.
sprinkle. All right, well, our guest is here. Michael Reed is in the building. We're going to pull him in because it's 5:55. It's about that time. So we're going to play that music, get him
Joe,
all
I
set
got
up.
your video. Do you want to pull this up?
We'll pull it
or-
up when Michael gets in here.
Okay.
So let's bring in Michael. Let's play that beat. Get the sound test going. Again, nobody knows everyone. We are going to tackle the mystery of Shazam versus Kazam. Michael Reed. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one where What, Sinbad? Or no, that's My Date with the President's
No,
Daughter is
first
what I'm
kid
thinking
is when Sinbad guards the president's son.
of. Okay.
And
I would
that,
trust him with my son.
Here, Mike, scoot
Yeah.
in for the... Oh, hey, by the way, Michael, you want to sign our on-air conduct agreement? On air.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we forgot
so
to-
I'm not allowed to swear cusses, right?
Swear cusses.
Oh, no, not
so-
acceptable.
Remain neutral. Essentially, we just want you here to be our pawn. Does
nobody
that sound good?
nobody can hear you right now, so
We're
just
just
get it
gonna
out of
tell
your system.
Stu
All
what
right
to say.
on. I'm just going to sign this goddamn fucking...
Oh,
Wait, wait,
we
you're
are
on
on.
the
We
air.
are
You're
on.
on
We
the
are
air.
on. We
You
are
just
on.
told me
no one
You're
can
on
hear
the
No,
air.
no,
You're
no,
on
no,
the
no,
air.
no, no, no. That was Sal. You are on the
Oh.
air. You are on
I
the
just
air.
take your word. I didn't sign it before I said that, though, so...
That did not.
That's why I was saying on-air conduct agreement on the air. Oh my
All right,
goodness.
well.
All right. Let's recap, everyone. Do
Hey.
it. All right. Good Lord. Okay.
So
Sinbad,
Kazam
you pulled
was
up.
a movie about.
You pulled up First Kid. Do you have a picture of him in that?
Yeah,
Let me see him.
he looks way different.
Okay, and what year did that movie? He did.
Around
he
the
does
same
look,
time.
He looks really,
Around
really
the
good
same
right there.
time.
He looks really, really good. So wait, Jake, in this video, does he even admit it, or just kind of have to let it play out, kind of a thing?
I have no idea. I can't. I haven't listened to the audio.
Okay. See, this is what So, what do you know about the Mandela effect, Michael?
Yeah, I know that it's the thing that everyone believes something that's wrong. Like the whole
Right.
Everyone thinks that it's like, Luke, I'm your father, and he doesn't say that. He says, no, I am your father.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so true. That is very true. Any other instances of this that you can? Why does it get changed like that? Just
What
Luke,
was it? What
Luke,
was
I am your
it?
father. Just sounds, I guess.
It
What was
sounds
it
better,
like?
yeah.
When he told you that he was your father.
Oh, Darth Vader.
How did that feel?
I was all like, no.
And your hand was
Yeah.
probably like.
Oh, it hurt
gone.
pretty bad.
It was gone.
So, what you been up to, man?
Oh, it's just a jerk to some probably homeless guys. It's like the worst thing I've ever done, man. I was
Today?
walking, yeah, just now. I was late to this, which I was feeling
Yeah.
bad about. And I'm like power walking across the square, and these two scraggly looking guys, they're like, "Hey, man, I got a question." I was like, "Sorry, man, I don't got any." And he was like, "Don't got any what?" And I was like, "Money." He was like, "I wasn't gonna ask you for money. I
It's
was
like
gonna
I
ask you
just
what
had
time it was." And I just kept walking.
I don't
Well,
have
that-
any
I don't
time.
have any
I don't
time
have
either,
any
man.
I
time.
didn't have any of that either. So yeah, I guess.
Because at that point, then they just made you feel bad. Now it's.
Yeah,
Well, that's good. Thanks
Jerks.
for coming through, dude.
yeah, man.
What you been up to comedy wise?
I did a show with Colton Jones, hosted it at
I'm just
Bearded
kidding.
Monk.
At Bearded Monk? How was
Yeah.
that?
It was really good.
Yeah.
Good
That
turnout.
place, like, and even as someone who hosts a mic there, Bearded Monk is like, when people are there for comedy, that room can be super fun. Super fun. It's a very long room though, with like the hall or the like. It's essentially
Kinda
like,
like
a
a
hallway with
cathedral.
a bar in the
Yeah.
back, and the echoes scary. But like once you get an audience like drawn into that, it's like it's a really fun room. Who would you say? I was watching it the other day, and in terms of like joke writing wise, I feel like you are very. I think we've talked about this. You like Norm a lot, right?
Norm
You're a
is
big
my
Norm
favorite,
Macdonald
yeah.
fan, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You can tell that within like the way you write. It's very like you write very simplistic and absurdist, if that makes sense, right? Like
Yeah.
tackling like one of my favorite things about Norm Macdonald is the bit he has about sitting in the back seat of a car. And it's like 10 minutes about him sitting in the back seat and talking about how you're waving to other people in the back. And like, it's just such a good bit that he churns out for like 10 minutes. And I don't know. I just wanted to ask you about Norm. I don't think we've ever really got to like fully talk to length.
Yeah,
about-
just just like the way he delivers stuff. Like he sounds like he's stoned
yeah,
all the time.
And he's a stone cold, like sober dude.
I think he is, but it's also you watch him in interviews and you can never tell
Yeah.
if he's being factual or not.
right.
And
Especially when he does like the long drawn out jokes and like talk shows and stuff. Like he'll like tell a long story and then the end of it's just like a simple dumb punchline.
yeah, have you heard his frog joke?
No,
Oh,
no,
should I tell it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right, so
All credit to Norm Macdonald.
yeah, this is a Norm Macdonald joke. So a frog goes into a bank to get a loan,
Mm-hmm.
and he approaches the. I'm thinking about if there's swear words in it. All right, he goes up to the bank teller. He goes up to the bank teller, and he's like, "Hello, I'd like to apply for a loan." And she's like surprised, because he's a frog, but she's polite. She's like, "Okay, well, her name's Mrs. Whack, the bank teller." She goes, "Okay, well, do you have what's your name?" And he goes, "Kermit." She's like, "Oh, Kermit the Frog. It's an honor to meet you." He's like, "No, not that Kermit. Kermit Jagger. My father's Mick Jagger. He hooked up with the frog, and I'm his offspring." And she's like, "Okay, all right, Mr. Jagger. And, well, do you have any collateral? And he pulls out, he hands over the bank teller. Her name's Patty. He hands over a little glass elephant, a little tiny pink glass elephant. And she picks it up and holds it up to the light. And she's like, I don't know about this, Mr. Jagger. I'm not sure if this will work for a loan. Let me go back to the back and talk to my boss. So she goes back to the back office, and the owner of the bank, she's like, hey, there's this frog out there who wants to get a loan. His name's Kermit Jagger. I asked if he has collateral. That's all he got. She hands him it, and the boss picks up the elephant. He looks up at the light, and he goes, that's a knick-knack, Paddywhack. Give this frog a loan. His pop's a rolling stone.
And that is Norm MacDonald right there.
That's the joke. Yeah.
Have you ever seen those before
There was
where he
a
goes?
lot.
Have you ever seen
There
those?
was
Like,
not a lot of payoff.
he'll
on
go.
that one.
It's so like
better when he does it.
with how it really isn't though. That's the thing. Is like
And her
when-
name was Patty Whack, right?
Yeah. And I'm supposed to slide that in more subtly,
It's like only it's like funny if you know Norm kind of a thing. Like it because actually stand up wise, like he's so methodical. He's such a good
Get
stand
this
up.
frog alone.
Well, and like all that is a massive
can't.
setup for a very little punchline.
Yeah.
It's essentially like it's
nursery rhyme, man.
it's satirical of comedy within itself. It's ironically making fun of it all. It's just this long setup that it gives you a very little payoff, and that's actually kind of the joke. Like that's
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Bill Murray one time, he was doing the first pitch at a Cubs game, and what Bill he in like awesome Bill Murray fashion, this was like 5 years ago. He like really studied the catcher's mitt and was like shaking off signs the catcher wasn't giving him and all this, and like took a really long time to the point it was so dramatic the whole stadium kind of like hushes. Like you get a whole baseball stadium to hush and like wonder, oh my God, Bill Murray's about to deliver the heat, right? Like Bill Murray's really about to. And he takes the time, gets his sign, gets set before he pitches the ball, takes this deep, dramatic breath, and then just throws it over the backstop. Just not even relatively close to home plate. And that's so funny to me. I love that so much.
Love Bill Murray.
What's up, man? You seem bored. You all right?
No.
Doing okay?
No. This
Doing
show's
all right?
very entertaining to me.
Yeah? you seem so entertained.
I'm just upset I can't be watching from home right now. You know what I mean?
Because you watch from home very, very often.
Every day.
Every Wednesday at 5:30. Plug.
Every day he watches the reruns.
Yeah. So you said you just got done with Midway?
Oh, it was Beard
How
of
was
Monk.
it? Beard of Monk.
Saturday,
Beard of
yeah.
Monk. That's right. Midway is the Wednesdays that Colton runs.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good, man.
Yeah.
How many? You live in Flower Mound area, right?
Flower Mound, yeah.
Did you grow up out there?
Yeah, I moved there when I was like 9. I lived in Denton until I was 9, then I went to
Okay.
Flower Mound. Yeah.
Okay, so you've like really just been out. Okay, cool.
Did you go to Flower Mound High?
Went to Marcus.
He went to Marcus High.
I
went to
I don't
Flower
know
Mound.
the high schools there, but I'm guessing one was called Flower Mound High.
That's where I
That was
went.
a solid yes.
I went to
Usually,
Flower Mound High
That's
School.
how they do.
You got any good police stories that you are able to tell within the contract? I feel like that's like
Wait, you
when
went
I
to
hear
Flower Mound High?
I went to Flower
And
Mound
where
High.
did you go?
Flower Mound
Marcus.
Uh-oh.
The rival.
Uh-oh.
The rivalry.
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
I only ask about the police thing because that's all I think about when I hear Flower Mound. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
like,
well,
that's-
I mean, I probably
You
should.
sons
I
of
don't know if we should
guns
get into
over
it.
at Flower Mound
no,
High.
nothing too.
What was your mascot?
The Marauders.
What
which
is a
kinda weird.
marauder?
I think it's like an old-timey, can I say?
No,
They used to.
there's nothing you can say.
They essentially used to go and like
Rape and pillage,
village.
yeah.
They were just like not. It's a really interesting thing to like have your mascot named after.
What
And
was
I-
yours?
We were Jaguars.
Oh,
we were just
Sorry, buddy.
That's pretty safe.
Jags is pretty
very,
cool.
very, very safe.
Sorry, buddy.
There's a couple of demeaning names you can think of though. If you, I mean,
Yeah,
you don't. Yeah.
there's a bunch.
How long you went to Flower Mound? You went all
Marcus.
9 through.
9 to 12, yeah. Before that, though, I went to Coram Deo Academy.
Okay.
From like 4th grade to the 8th grade. Yeah.
Right.
It was a
That's like a church school, right?
Yeah, it
like
was a K-12 private Protestant school. Yeah.
Are you smart? Isn't that a pretty? They kind of push you pretty hard there.
It was tough academically, but it was weird. They had like the math was, math you'd be like basically a year ahead of what like the public school is doing,
Mhm.
and like in English and stuff, I remember reading like this biography of Christopher Columbus for like summer reading in like 4th grade, and I'm like trying
Oh,
to,
wow.
like,
They're
that's
really
heavy.
on top of it.
yeah, it was like this thick book. But then, like in the science department, we like
Nothing
read the
like
Bible.
reading about a mass genocide of people as a young kid.
Yeah, yeah.
All romanticized under one name.
So I'm glad we're
Yeah.
going over your middle school days because I always wondered, like what happened between his birth and now. You're like Jesus
Yeah.
to me. You know what I mean? Like I always wanted
lost
to.
years.
I needed to
yeah.
fill this
A
gap.
lot of
in.
comedians, you want to understand, like, oh, okay, why are you doing comedy? Especially like
Now
someone
I
like
know.
that's from the same place as me, like Flowerman. Like,
Yeah.
we both went to different schools. We never knew each other.
Yeah.
You went to Coram Deo. Okay, I had a buddy. He the reason I ask about if it was academically challenging, I had a buddy who he would never do a single amount of homework or anything, but he would just pass all the tests and
Yeah.
quizzes. So his parents then moved him over there. So I really wasn't sure if it was like a different kind of criteria of sorts. 'Cause
Yeah,
then you went
it's,
to Marcus High School.
I did, yeah. Yeah,
Was that weird? Is that a weird transfer?
It was weird. Yeah, freshman
Like
year was
adjusting to
kind of
that?
rough a little bit, yeah. Because, Coram Deo, it's the whole...
It's like
Your whole-
being the new kid at an open mic. It's like being the
Yeah.
new kid in the comedy scene.
Yeah,
it's
for
very
sure.
overwhelming.
What, going to a new high school?
Well, not only that, but like it's kind of like you went from a like private, I guess, academy
Yeah,
to
having
like
20
a public
people in my
school.
class
right?
to like... that
Oh,
I'd
you
known
went to
since
a
fourth
private
grade.
academy?
That's
Yeah,
what Coram
private
Deo
school, very
is.
small. There was like 30 kids in like graduating classes, that kind of thing.
And then Marcus is like what?
Yeah,
like,
it was like
Did the
700,
nuns,
800,
were there
800?
nuns?
It wasn't. No, it wasn't Catholic. No, not. Well, if are nuns exclusively Catholic? I don't know. But
No,
it was just. It was like they would just hire people to teach who were like sometimes
They hit
qualified.
you?
Yeah.
can
No,
tell
no,
us.
no. They didn't hit, no.
Okay.
Was it
But,
like weird to fit in after that? Like, cause you moved from like a small private, then you're in this big.
It was, yeah. Like
little fish
I
in a big
was
pond kind of
talkative, pretty funny kid at middle school, and then like freshman year of high school, I did not talk like at all.
That's when they started hitting you.
Yeah.
Why was that? Why do you think? It's just like a.
Yeah.
Do you think that stems a lot from like why you do stand up now? Kind of a
maybe?
thing.
I think there's something to the repression
Little voice
element.
trying to be heard in a big pond, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Like.
Maybe, yeah, because I remember like it was theater tech that I joined that made me start like enjoying life and stuff and having friends.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it was making people laugh is I guess how I made friends.
Man, if
Yeah.
you want a tight group of friends, join some nerdy club like theater or
Oh, yeah.
something. Those kids,
Oh, seriously though.
those kids will lay down on a railroad track for you.
Seriously,
like
they
massage
actually
each other while they're on the tracks.
Doing trust falls and stuff, you
Trust
know?
falls, improv games.
If you want a tight
in
group of
dangerous
friends.
situations. No, that's funny. I mean, dude, I actually did theater for a while, and then I quit for football because it was like the cool thing to do at Texas high school. But then the theater teachers would like corner me in the hallway like every single day and just like pressure me in front of the
Joey,
football kids.
You
Like,
could be the leading man.
that's
Did
kind of. I
someone
mean,
say that?
they would kind of do things where it'd be like, well, are you gonna get a scholarship playing football? I'm like, no, but like girls do.
Are you going to go on Broadway doing Fiddler on the Roof?
No,
Like-
not at all. But they used to pressure me into it. That's funny. You did theater tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
What productions have you been a part of?
Oh boy.
There we go.
It's
Here
an
he is.
illustrious list. See, I did sound for like it was Southern Hospitality, which is a play no one knows. I think it's one
Which
of those,
is a ludicrous
But-
song.
but I
a song
still-
by
I still
Ludacris.
did
That's
this with
what-
my
yeah, I think it was
Southern
based on the Ludacris song. Yeah.
It's a musical based
It's
on
shocking
one.
they let us do that at school.
What were you saying?
He said nobody knows that play, but yet when he said it, I still did that. Southern Hospitality. Yes.
Plug.
I'm pretty sure it's
One
one,
of
of
the
those written for
classics.
schools. Yeah, sorry, go on. Oh no, that one and I think we did South Pacific.
Oh,
That
okay.
was,
What is
yeah.
South Pacific?
It's a musical about like it's during World War II, and this lady like overcomes her racism because she meets like
Good.
she meets like a
Good for her,
Hispanic
man.
guy or something. I think or no
World
like,
War
it's
II,
got-
it's about the
no,
right
she,
time to do
she
that.
gets romantically involved with a guy who's like adopted these like South Pacific kids,
Okay.
and she gets
All right.
enlightened.
Are you a big fan of theater, or is this just kind of a thing to like friends?
I'm
still
not
come
like
kind
a
of thing?
huge theater kid. In fact, when I went to college, I started off. I declared tech as
Where'd
a
you go
major.
to college at?
University of Central Florida.
Okay.
Actually, yeah,
Did you graduate?
I did. Yeah,
You went to college too?
yeah,
Come on.
yeah. Well, I'm doing this,
And now you're doing comedy.
yeah. Got a history degree, and I'm living at home, and I'm doing comedy.
You got a
Yep.
history degree, really?
Yeah,
You a big
yeah.
history nerd, history buff?
Yeah,
I
kind
guess?
of, but like,
Really?
like just on the surface level. Like I
Yeah.
know trivia
Yeah.
about like everything, but like I didn't.
That's right, because when Richie asked you to do his trivia, you were super excited.
Oh,
You're
I'm
a big
stoked. Yeah, I'm
trivia
doing that
fan.
after this. Actually,
Are you doing
Yeah,
it
yeah,
tonight?
yeah,
Cool,
I gotta
good.
do
Yeah, he
something.
actually he asked me last week, and I was like, just ask him. I was like, Michael was excited about it. I was like, I don't want. Because I do my trivia on Tuesdays also. So like 2 days of trivia, that's enough for me. Trivia, it's absolutely a check for me, and it's not like and plug. I do trivia every Tuesday at Andy's, but it hasn't been like super. Like I really do like the random history trivia like that lately. Like the trivia nights I've been doing, it's like Parks and Rec, The Office,
about
Game
that
of
game?
Thrones.
How
It's
about
cool.
them?
It pulls people, but like.
Yeah.
I want to learn something while I'm
Yeah,
doing trivia,
yeah.
I guess, and I guess that's what's. So, are you picking your own questions?
I am tonight, yeah. I've just been covering for Richie, and the first 2
Nice.
times I did, he sent me questions, but this time he's like, hey, can you get some questions? I was like, yeah, sure. So
Do you
I spent
feel
this morning-
comfortable asking us one of the questions? I
Yeah.
don't think anyone
Ooh.
that goes to that trivia listens.
All right, let me pull him up real quick.
I think one of that group of girls follows me on Twitter.
I think
That-
4 of them followed me. No offense.
They're-
but-
yeah, well, they did not like me. I was a little. There's this group
a lot
of
of
girls
trouble.
that comes to Richie's trivia and just bothers him. And then when I showed up,
Yeah.
they kept asking where Richie was, and I just
Yeah.
got mad. I was like, I'm done.
That's what they did the first night.
There's
Their
no
team
Richie.
name they picked was "Where's Richie?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, thanks."
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
similar to mine. Yeah. All right, I'm ready. Give me
Okay,
something.
All right, let's. Do you want like an easy one or a hard one?
Let's do an easy and hard.
Okay,
I got time to
so-
kill another one.
All right, this one's relatively. This much less remembered movie beat Saving Private Ryan, among others, for Best Picture in 1999.
1999.
Hold on, give us time.
Saving Private Ryan. Was 99? Was Titanic in 99? What are you writing? You're writing something down.
Stop. You're gonna cheat.
What? Oh, we're supposed to
Is
write
that how you got a
separately?
radio show? You cheated.
We're writing separately?
Yeah, this is Final
Oh,
Jeopardy,
I'm gonna
dude.
go with Titanic. That's gonna be my answer.
Oh yeah, how much money are you wagering on this?
Oh, okay. All right. There we go. How much money do I have? That's the real question. What are you wagering, Sal? I already have mine, so you don't have to cover yours up. I said Titanic. What is yours?
Well, you could change.
You're
your
really
answer.
slowing down momentum of this thing right now. What is
Ooh.
Toy Story? It's
No.
not Jeopardy. Why'd you write what is?
Did I win?
No, it was Shakespeare in Love was the answer.
Ah,
yeah, see, that's why I said much less remembered movie.
That's the one with
Gwyneth
Leo.
Paltrow.
Is Leo in that?
I don't
No,
know.
he
I don't
was in
think so.
another Romeo and Juliet thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
on a Leo kick with Titanic. And,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
was that the hard or easy one?
I thought that was the easier one.
Oh,
but
crap.
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
good.
let me- All right. This one is I think you'll get this one. What rock star infamously declared that his band was more popular than Jesus?
I have heard this.
Yeah, gotten a lot of flack for that.
Did you give us a time? Did you give us an era? No.
I did not. I can't.
I am gonna guess. And I've heard this, and I don't even remember, but I'm gonna guess Freddie Mercury. What'd you guess? Fergie. Who is Fergie?
It's true. Last rock star, really.
Fergie, the last rock
Yeah.
star.
Yeah, no, it was John Lennon.
Oh my gosh, I can't catch a break.
Yeah.
Well, we're not very good
I
at
guess
trivia.
I guess these are harder questions.
I'm
than I realized.
pretty
I'm
bad.
sorry, Joe. I wagered your show.
You wagered my time.
Pack it up,
spot.
boys.
I think having guests sign the on-air conduct agreement on air was me wagering my
never
show.
doing that
there.
again.
I think that was that. Oh, so what do you got coming up, man? Got any shows coming up? Anything's going on?
No, not really. I mean, open mics and
Yeah. You going to Hyenas tonight?
no, I'm hosting.
Oh, you
guys are
got
hosting.
trivia.
Yeah, trivia.
You
yeah.
got trivia. You got new stuff though that you're excited about. You've been working
Any
out.
bits?
any-
Oh yeah. I've been doing pretty exclusively new stuff.
Why is it I'm so excited about new stuff until I do the new stuff and it just doesn't go as planned? You know, like I'm really excited about it until I've
You're
done
excited
it.
about this bet you got, huh?
I am excited.
About what is it again?
No, we can't do it. But I do have a new bit that I'm
No,
really
we can't. No, we
you
can't.
can't do it. And I'm really excited about it, but it is covering like it's talking about mass shootings and stuff, and it's not insensitive. It's a really well written joke, and I'm really excited
Well,
about it.
I helped.
I'm excited to go do it tonight, but I know as soon as I do it, like I'm overhyping it, I guess, in my head, you know, and it's not gonna get what I receive. I actually read something the other day. They were saying it takes like about 50 times for. I think it was in that Sean Trainer was saying it in that article they did about Brian Breckenridge and the improv and him throwing the shows at mass. But I think Sean Trainer was saying like on average they say it takes like you telling a joke 50 times before you figure out how to correctly say it,
Interesting.
which is a weird concept. What you're about to say something?
I was just gonna say it's kind of related. I had a school shooting joke that I liked, but with this, with this 24-hour news cycle we got these days, it
Oh,
moves
this is the
fast. Yeah. No, but the joke was because it was after the Valentine's Day one, and there was that whole controversy where the cop was like lingering outside the building. They're like, why didn't he run in there? You know?
Yeah.
And I was like,
the
oh,
recent one, right, with the school.
yeah, it was not the most recent one. That's kind
okay.
of what I'm getting
Not
at.
the
That's why
most,
I
yeah.
feel like I can't tell it now because like it's like, oh, that's old news now.
Right.
And but it was like, isn't it silver lining? Like, isn't it kind of refreshing to hear a story about a cop underdoing it? I kind of liked it.
That's a good joke. I like that a lot.
It was the cop from Die Hard.
It's weird too, like there's certain things, like especially on topical jokes almost like that, where you have to change the reference, where it's something like this, that it happens so often, you have to change the location it happened at. And then you go back to like what Sean was saying about, it takes a joke saying it 50 times to get it right. But then so many things change within a joke.
Yeah.
I have a joke, or I used to have a joke about my name being Joe Coffey, me being Joey Johnson. Now it's solely a joke about my name is Joey Johnson. And I feel like, because I'm a little bit better at comedy, I can do that joke at shows with, like, I can make the adjustments without having to hit mics and figure out how to say it.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that the other day when I was driving back from Colorado. I was like, man, what if I just went back and did that old joke the new way 50 more times? Is it going to be any more effective?
Yeah.
I just right now, I don't know. Like, the mic process is so important to me. And also it's so important to me for these new jokes. But in the same breath, I feel like the only work I get for my old jokes is at shows. Does that make sense?
Well, I think maybe
I need to be more disciplined. I need to go back and work old jokes.
I think the thing you said about jokes changing, that's part of the doing it 50 times. Like, I think they're going to change, and that's part of them getting better a lot.
That's
of the
the
time.
process of it. Yeah. But then, like, once you feel like you have it down, and then it feels like that joke has to change or evolve, whether it's due to outside circumstances or ones within yourself. It's just weird. Like, I mean, do you go, like, when you go to mics, how often do you work old material? Sal?
I know. I'll think.
Do you ever refresh the old things just to make sure they're still sounding right, or?
Well, I'll think of something and I'll write it down and I'll never say it.
Yeah.
And then it'll get old, but I never even did it, and I'm like, why didn't I do that?
I've done that before, and then like I find it like months later and try, or like I'll either do that or like I'll try it once and it falls flat. I'm like, oh, it's stupid. And then like just months later, I'll find it scribbled on a piece of paper. I'm like, oh, I'll try bringing that back around, and it's worked out a couple of times.
And then sometimes it can only ever be like a tweet,
Yeah.
Like that's what's weird to me too. I wonder, like, I have this gauge I've realized where it's like if I write something, I'm like, oh, this will be good for stage, or I'm like, oh, this is just a good tweet. You know what I mean? I'm like, where did I get this like Richter scale from? Where I decide like, because there's so many tweets I've posted that they get likes. I know they're funny, but I've never said them on stage.
You get a lot of likes.
You know what I mean? But no. But I'm saying I never said them on stage. That's what I'm saying. There's like this weird blurred line with like social media
People love
comedy
you online.
and I guess saying it on stage. I just wonder like how many times I tweeted something that could have gone over well on stage.
I'm bad at tweeting.
You are not. You
I don't
tweet some of my favorite things.
Oh, yeah?
You're very funny.
Bro,
You're
posted,
very funny on Twitter.
You posted
That's
Johnny
good.
Cage. I want to break my cash and run.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny
Yeah,
Cash.
I shared that on Facebook. Yeah.
Johnny Cage? You mean
Johnny
the Mortal
Cage.
Kombat
Like
Johnny
character?
Cage.
Cage.
I'm gonna break
Cage's
my
white brother.
cash.
Gonna break my rusty cage. Is what it's, it's called Rusty Cage.
It's a good one, man.
Yeah,
I was listening to that off your Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think your Twitter is really, really funny. I see you always posting funny things. It's weird. It's a weird thing, too, where you're sitting there and you're like, oh, people like you on the internet. Like, yeah, that's cool, but I want to be a stand-up comic, not like an internet comic, which it seems like there is a weird fine line between those nowadays.
Yeah,
with
it
the
seems
YouTube thing and the F. Jerry Instagram accounts, the guy that steals all the jokes and makes them his own.
Yeah, and there's all those like the weird Twitter comics that I'm like, I'm not sure if they're making money off of this, but they have like hundreds of thousands of people liking their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the other day we were watching this thing on YouTube where this guy slapped this other guy and he passed out. And somebody was like, man, they must be so rich. It's got 1 million views. And I was like, no, probably not.
Not unless he's
Were there ads on it?
consistently. Yeah, not unless he's consistently getting those 1 million views and has the ads or whatever.
Well, it's Fail Army, it's like their channel. Like they post this home video.
Oh, then no. Those people,
That guy got slapped and knocked out for nothing.
Nothing. Do you submit to Fail Army or does Fail Army?
They probably just steal your.
Do you know what these are? Those Fail Army
Is it like
videos?
Fail Blog from back in the
It's
day?
just the compilation of
Yeah,
people like
falling
getting
down.
kicked in the nuts
Yeah.
or getting bit by a
Yeah,
dog.
it used to be called Fail Blog. That was a thing.
I go
Back
over
in the
to a
2000s.
buddy's. I go over to a buddy's often. I'm not gonna name names, and he's always sitting there smoking and playing those videos, and I'm just like, I can't watch them. They make me sad. The Fail
I can
Army.
watch 'em. I mean,
like
I haven't in a long time. When I was like in high school, like middle
See,
school,
I
it was
liked.
the funniest
See,
thing,
at
yeah.
that age, I really liked it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's so funny. That guy got, whatever. But now, like, I watch those, and I'm so sad that people are so dumb because people will try the most ridiculous things, and they literally get everything out of it that you think they would,
Yeah.
and it just frustrates everything.
I was thinking of a really funny one where this it's like a local newscast, and he's like talking about all
it
these
that
birds
hot-
that are up in there. No.
That
This
hot
guy.
Hispanic weather chick.
No, not that one. Is that the one where she like has a stroke on air or something?
What?
No.
Okay. No, there's
Oh no, that's the one where she freaks out and curses on
Dude,
air.
no, I'm talking about just this hot, super hot Hispanic weather lady who is living the vida loca, man.
What do you mean?
Just YouTube it.
Okay,
You could literally YouTube hot Hispanic weather lady.
that makes
And-
for good radio. Suggesting links to YouTube videos, by the way.
Yes, go ahead and do that right now.
I don't know. It's just like those Fail Army. It's like modern day slapstick. Like I'll never be
Yeah.
as funny as a guy getting
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
No.
bit by a dog.
None of us will ever be as funny as someone genuinely being hurt.
Yeah.
And isn't that weird? Isn't that a weird thing? Because like
The weird thing is in all these videos, people are laughing. Like the grandma fell down, and they're all laughing and recording, and like no one's trying to help.
right. And
We're gonna be on Fail Army.
I mean, a lot of the really good comics, that's what it is too. You're like the really good ones are able to share their pain and communicate it in a way that makes people laugh. I just find it super interesting that I will never be able to do it as effectively in such a short time as a dog biting a guy's big toe or something.
Yeah, well, that's why like the Three Stooges still kind of holds up, I think.
You
Yeah.
ever seen it like a baby
I mean,
fart and
the
then
jerk,
laugh at itself?
Steve Martin.
I've actually never seen The Jerk. It's
Really?
unreleased.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of slapstick can still hold up because here's the thing: is like slapstick doesn't exactly progress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, it's funny because that is what it is. There's no like avant-garde alt slapstick
Once
comedy.
we get like
you know?
bionic arms and we can like send pulses at people and knock them down,
Yeah,
then maybe,
then
then
it's-
maybe they'll
what
step
point-
Once we have the
animated.
force, you know,
Yeah.
like then.
At what point in history do you think people started laughing at farts? When did it become funny? Like,
I bet the first
think
one.
you think the
How about
very,
the very
just
first
two
one?
cavemen just trying to cook something over
Okay,
a fire?
no. I bet the first.
mean
All
Adam
right,
and Eve, right?
Here's how.
What?
You mean Adam and Eve, right?
Yes,
6,000
of
years
course.
ago.
Here's hey, spiritually neutral. Here's the thing that I think how that probably transpired is they're probably sitting there creating the first wheel or whatever, some insensitive stereotype about cavemen. They're not around. Okay. And so they're sitting around in a cave. They're drawing pictures on the wall, and then one of them just lets it out. Yeah,
It just echoes through
right,
the
right
cave.
through the cave. Just I don't know. I can't do an echo.
And that one
effect.
probably.
I tried
no,
to.
no,
That's why I
that-
don't do act outs.
Now that one probably wasn't funny. It's when his buddy.
That's what I'm saying,
The
the
moment of
first one-
silence, and then his buddy rips an even louder one.
I think
That's when it's funny.
here's the thing: is I think the first time it happened, everyone freaked out and they were just like not sure what the sound. And then the next one it happened, they kind of caught on and they
And then they
talked
all
about
started doing it.
They kind of talked about, oh, that's silly. And then the third one happens, and then they're dying. Rule of three is comedy.
Literally,
buddy.
they died in that cave of carbon monoxide.
I don't know. It's just like it's stand up is a weird thing where when it's done right, it can be absolutely the funniest thing in the world. But I feel like I will never be as funny as a 5-second GIF.
Yeah,
Like,
memes make me depressed a little bit.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it's such a it's
The-
so
It
effective
can be
in
the
a
dumbest
small.
joke too, but like people cracking up. Yeah, 100,000 retweets.
Yeah. Well, and you guys know, but for those listening that don't, like in comedy, we talk about tight, like a tight joke, a thing. There's no extra filler word. There's no extra words. It is straight to the point. Everything that is needed. You have the right combination of words put together to get your idea across
Yeah.
and to get the laughs. And memes,
It's like the crack cocaine version of that.
Easy, because
Yeah.
a lot of people will pay
memes
like,
are so tight. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And they have the visual picture, so there's no act out necessary.
Don't
It
give
gives you a
away-
visual.
Don't give away too much. You could charge $250 for this.
For what?
He's telling how a joke's constructed.
Telling how the jokes are.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
don't-
could start running
That's
comedy
just class
classes.
one.
Yeah, Steve Martin's got nothing on Joey.
Yeah, I need to. Have you seen that yet?
The masterclass thing? No, is it free?
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the
no,
Master
it's
Blast from Sonic, though?
$90 or something. I mean, I
No.
haven't done it.
Go to Sonic and get you a Master Blast.
Probably a lot cheaper than the masterclass.
Have you done any comedy classes?
No.
Either of you?
No, I took a CPR class in high school. It was hilarious.
Hilarious.
I took some
She
theater
was
classes.
doing stuff with the dummy. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was pretty funny.
What were you saying?
Oh, yeah, I did some like theater classes, and there was some improv
Like
games.
improv
but,
game
yeah,
stuff?
but like, but not comedy.
I
specifically.
took a defensive driving class one time, and they must have hired a stand-up to do it.
Oh no, I did that too. Actually, yeah, the improv Like I think the improv
Oh,
sponsors.
do they literally
Yeah,
hire
they
a
have
comedian?
comedians
Yeah,
do it to make it
yeah.
less miserable.
I was
yeah.
like, there's no way the teacher's that funny. I was getting depressed. I was like, I'm trying to be a comedian.
They bring in comedians to make it less miserable. The comedy club brings in some of the most miserable people on earth, comedians, to teach the class. Oh, wait, I didn't know they did that in. I've always done comedy defensive driving online, where they just have like Christopher like someone impersonate Christopher Walken in a really crappy like flash animation. You know, doing
and they
it.
like have puns and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
So you got a misdemeanor.
Who do we know? Do we know anyone that does that teaches them and makes money?
No, but I saw when I was doing the online one recently. I saw the one of the guys from Derek Comedy was in it.
From
You
what?
know Derek Comedy was Donald Glover's old YouTube
Oh,
troupe. Yeah,
okay,
one of the
alright.
white guys in it. He was doing Driver's Ed.
This will be
Comedy.
entertaining. This will be really entertaining. Could we all do a Christopher Walken impression, no matter how good or bad?
All right, you start.
Michael.
Well, you're good, so let's finish on you.
No, it's not going to be good.
Yours isn't gonna be good.
Just it doesn't matter. Jake, are you doing this too?
Christopher. Hey,
Hey,
I'm talking.
I'm talking. All right. Give me a Christopher Walken line. Can I have a line?
Two
please?
mice fall into a bucket of cream.
2 mice fall into a bucket of cream. Wasn't bad, right?
That was
Well,
a lot better
Christopher
than mine,
Walken.
yeah.
The first mouse.
The first
Oh.
mouse.
He quickly
Mouse.
gives up and drowns. The
Drowns.
second mouse struggles so hard.
Struggling so hard. This mouse.
He turns that cream into butter and he walks out.
You should hear me do a British accent.
All right, Jake.
It's-
My mic's not on. I can't do it.
Jake, please. Do it into my mic.
Oh, it turns out Jake's funnier than all of us. That was wonderful. That was great.
There's nothing funnier than people trying to do Christopher Walken.
Can you do a British accent, Sal?
Oh, you know I can.
Do it.
I'm not just doing it for free.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not very good at accents. That's something I wish I was better at. Or like impressions. Like when you watch
My favorite
when
thing
you
to
watch a
do.
really good, like I used to hate them, and then when you watch a comic who is really good at them and he's not hacky doing it, like it's or she, like it's absolutely hilarious.
So my favorite thing to do at work is I work at a hotel, and I'll be in a room and I'll call the front desk. It's a couple different characters I do. So I call the front desk and they pick up, thinking this is a guest in the room. It's me. They're like, "Hey, this is guest services. How may we help you?" Have you seen my little dog? Now this is good because we don't allow dogs. So this implies not only that I have a dog,
That this old lady snuck
and I
in
can't find it.
this
I don't know
dog.
where it is.
That's so funny.
Second is the sleepy guest. So
Yeah.
I'll call. Thank you for calling guest services. Did I miss breakfast? And this is like 3 p.m. They're like, yes, sir. Breakfast ends at 10. Can I get a pancake?
Oh my god. And what do you've never, I mean, you're kind of in charge, right? You're you're a manager,
of one
right?
department.
Oh, of one.
Of just the housekeeping.
Do they know
department.
it's you when you
Usually,
do it?
I'll give it up about
Oh,
halfway
you
through.
should never reveal that.
Well,
That
because they're
should've-
trying to accommodate me. They're like, well, I mean, the dinner doesn't start until 5.
just crack up
We
and
could,
start.
yeah. And I'm like, it's me. I just.
That's so great. I wish I had a job. I have a job. I wish I had a job where I could pull pranks
That's
such
great.
as that
It's great.
and just make pizzas.
Have you seen my nephew?
That's really all it is. What do you got coming up, man? Any plugs you got coming up? Any things going on?
Wow. I don't think so. That's
No?
really
Come
a little
on.
depressing, but you know,
Hey, I'm kind of similar right now. I just
I'll be honest. The Colton show is the first show I've done really, other than like Midway.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm just still working. Backyard does have a new booker now.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to try and get that room back. I have you, Mikey B, and Mana on my list for that. So
Nice.
that will actually be a thing. Dude, I'm just like, I'm not going to lie to you. I really love not booking anymore. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I was actually, I was just out in Colorado, and my buddy who booked us out there, he booked the show. It's like a theater show. It's, a big ordeal. He brings in a headliner from out of town, pays them, pays me, gets this headliner a meal, sleep. So, this dude's plate is so full, and then he has to go host the show and do a set up front. And, dude, I, just don't miss that at all. It's so cool, just being able to be a comic and go up and, the organization. That's what's weird, and even in that article I talked about Brian Breckenridge, is the organization part of stand-up. Those are the people that, never, ever you don't get any recognition for it.
Yeah.
You know, and by the time if you do get to perform, you're so tired, you have so much on your mind. Like when I booked, when Octopia was out here and we did Joketopia, by the time I got on stage, I had such a headache. I was just over it. And I had a bad set because audience can tell if you're not having a good
Your
time.
Joketopia set?
Yeah.
Historically bad.
Yep. Sal wasn't even in there. Sal doesn't watch
Top 3
other
worst
people.
sets
What do you
I've ever
mean?
seen.
I was on Joketopia.
You weren't in the room during my set.
No, me and Dee Dee were backstage. Cracking up.
Not listening to anybody.
Correct.
Exactly.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered something to plug, actually. Jorge Cortez, he's doing a Mr. Thickness pageant.
I'm a
and
judge of that.
You're a judge on that. I was going to be a judge, but now me and Jorge's band, Ross and Denny's, we are the musical
You guys have a
act.
band?
Yeah.
Ross and Denny. Oh,
I was
hey,
supposed to
where
roast.
do you stand in this breakfast thing? There's a big
Oh, yeah. I'm a Waffle House guy.
No,
Waffle
I'm not-
House.
come on.
What are you?
This is so topical.
Sal, shut up. It's my show.
I'm
sick of like having.
yeah, come on, Joe. We're not going to talk. I'm a big fan of Waffle House.
You're a Waffle House guy? I feel like everyone.
Actually, I'm really
Who's
a Cracker-
against Waffle House?
I'm a Cracker
Nick is
Barrel
against-
guy. Honest to God.
Oh.
Cracker Barrel. Yeah.
Except they don't have omelets. What kind of breakfast place doesn't have an omelet?
I'm not into eggs.
Oh,
You don't like
so you
eggs?
really don't have a dog in this fight. You're
No,
just
I like
vocally
bacon and I
sticking-
like waffles. Bacon and waffles.
That's
Grits.
All right, so Mr. Thickness, when is that? And what is that? If you
Oh,
want to tell them.
it's a pageant for like fat guys. Sorry, plus size thick men.
A lot of them
and,
being comics. I think all of them, right?
I don't
Yo.
know actually. I really don't know who's entering it, and I'm blanking on the dates. So I'm not a very good promoter. But I'm
Let me double
am playing
check.
Can I plug?
guitar.
Yeah, plug right now while I look that up.
Wednesday, June 27th, Convenient Comedy. It's Luke Morris thing. I'm doing it. Carrie Cooltrip's doing it. Anna B's doing it. Nick Jones is doing it. LaRon Wright's going to be on the
Oh,
show.
that's nice.
It's a nice little lineup. It's
Lineup,
over
yeah.
here at Midway. There's a bar there. I mean, I don't know. You don't have to come. You really don't. Like I'm trying
When
to.
is that? When
I'm
is
trying
that
to.
again?
Who am I trying to convince? Myself.
Oh, it's a fun show. That's
It's
a
June-
stacked lineup. That's
June
a stacked lineup.
27th. Yeah,
Okay.
it's. I like that place.
The 27th. Awesome.
It's a nice little theater. It's not. It's a convenience
It's,
store.
you're doing it in front
But
of the
they-
Red Bull
They
coolers.
put you by the milk section. It's kind of a slower section, so you don't. There's not a lot of activity over
I
there.
like that. Just thinking ahead. Anything else, Sal? Anything else you're plugging?
I'm gonna be playing Madden tonight. if
Okay,
anyone wants
Mr.
to challenge.
Thickness. Mr.
Okay, yeah.
Thickness, as Michael said, hosted by Jorge Cortez. We need to get him on the show soon. Will be August 12th at Twilight Lounge. Again, it'll be a plus-size men's beauty pageant. I will be a judge. There's a lot of comedians partaking in that. Don't forget, every Thursday, every Sunday, there's Killers Tacos, Bearded Monk, open mics. Both of them start around 7 o'clock. I believe on the 23rd, I will be doing the Brave Boys roast. Other than that, I'm not sure. Check me out on social media. Sad Clownfish on Instagram. Joe_coffee_ on Twitter. Joey Johnson on Facebook. And yeah, Mike, thanks for coming out, dude. Appreciate
thanks
it.
for having
Sorry,
me.
it's kind of like rushed together.
Yeah, sorry, I swore up
No,
top.
not at
I
all.
love when people argue like this. Like, what are you about to do? Alchemy?
The
Like,
hands
now
together.
Listen,
Sal, thanks for being here and being a host, kind of.
thanks.
I
Whoa,
love
whoa.
you.
Sally talks a lot.
Guys, every 5:30, we will be here. So will you. Thank you very much. If you see Richie in Austin, tell him he let us all down.
And remember, Luke, I am your father.
We love you.
We love you.
Good night.
Love you too.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.